Chapter 2. See yourself before the world does. Every breakthrough begins as a vision long before it becomes visible, long before the achievement, long before the recognition, long before the evidence appears. There is a moment when someone sees something that nobody else can see. A possibility, a future, a version of themselves that has not yet become visible to the world. And that moment changes everything. Most people believe success begins when circumstances change. But success rarely begins in circumstances. It begins in perception. It begins in imagination. It begins in the quiet moment when someone decides to believe in a future that has not yet arrived. Think about that for a moment. Every building you have ever seen existed first as an idea. Every invention existed first in someone's imagination. Every accomplishment existed first in someone's mind. Before it became visible, it was envisioned. Before it became reality, it was believed. Every achievement exists twice. First in imagination, then in physical reality. The problem is that most people have been conditioned to live in reverse. They wait for evidence before they believe. They wait for results before they become confident. They wait for approval before they trust themselves. They wait for certainty before they act. And while they are waiting, life quietly passes them by. Because reality rarely rewards the person who waits to see it first. Reality often responds to the person who sees it first. The athlete understands this. Months before the championship trophy is lifted into the air, the victory has already been played thousands of times inside their mind. They see the finish line. They hear the crowd. They feel the emotions. They imagine success long before success becomes visible. Not because they are pretending, not because they are fantasizing, but because the mind performs differently when it becomes familiar with possibility. What feels impossible often becomes achievable the moment it becomes familiar. And familiarity begins in the imagination. The entrepreneur understands this too. Long before customers arrive, long before profits appear, long before anyone believes in the vision, the entrepreneur sees something. They see a business that doesn't yet exist. They see a solution nobody else sees. They see value before the market recognizes it. To everyone else, it looks uncertain. To them, it looks inevitable, because they are operating from vision rather than evidence. The same is true of great leaders. Throughout history, leaders have often recognized possibilities that others could not yet see. They saw change before it arrived. They saw opportunities before they became obvious. They saw potential hidden beneath present circumstances. The world eventually called them visionaries. But at the beginning, they often looked exactly like everyone else. The difference was not what they saw with their eyes. The difference was what they saw with their minds. Now here's something fascinating. The future you create is often limited by the future you can imagine. Many people unknowingly place boundaries on their lives because they only believe what they can currently see. They look at their present circumstances and assume those circumstances define what is possible. But present circumstances are often temporary. Identity is what shapes the future. And identity begins with vision. You become what you consistently see yourself becoming. Pause for a moment and think about this. Who do you see when you imagine your future? Do you see someone capable? Do you see someone confident? Do you see someone growing? Or have you allowed your current circumstances to become the boundaries of your imagination? Because the future rarely expands beyond the picture you hold of yourself. The most successful people are not necessarily the most talented. They are often the people willing to believe in a bigger version of themselves before the evidence exists. That belief changes how they think. It changes how they act. It changes what they notice. It changes what they pursue. And eventually, it changes what becomes possible. See it internally before expecting it externally. That simple phrase contains a profound truth. See it internally before expecting it externally. Say it again. See it internally before expecting it externally. Because confidence is often visible internally before it becomes visible externally. Leadership is often visible internally before it becomes visible externally. Success is often visible internally before it becomes visible externally. The world usually responds to what you have already become, not what you hope to become someday. And becoming always starts within. A seed understands this principle. The seed does not demand proof before it grows. It grows beneath the soil where nobody can see it. For a while, there is no evidence, no flower, no fruit, no visible sign of progress. Yet growth is happening. The roots are expanding. The foundation is forming. Life is preparing for what will eventually emerge. Human growth often follows the same pattern. The most important transformations happen long before anyone else notices them. A new belief forms. A new perspective develops. A new identity begins to emerge. And eventually the outer world catches up to the inner change. The reflection follows the source. The visible follows the invisible. The external follows the internal. And once you truly understand that, you stop demanding immediate evidence. You learn to trust the process of becoming. Because every breakthrough begins as a vision long before it becomes visible. And that raises an important question. If vision changes what we notice, if identity shapes perception, if the mind filters reality according to what it expects, then why do some people seem to discover opportunities everywhere they go, while others never seem to find them at all? The answer has everything to do with focus. And that's where we're headed next. You have discovered that every achievement is created twice. First in the mind, then in reality. You have seen that the future often belongs to those who can recognize it before others do. But vision alone is not enough. Because what you consistently focus on determines what you consistently find. And the opportunities you notice tomorrow are often being shaped by the thoughts you entertain today. Let's explore one of the most powerful forces in human transformation: